close as well. So the market has not been able to end at the highest point of the day. But we do have an 80-point gain to track, and it's probably not a bad-looking screen. But remember, at the highest point, all of these key indices, Midcap, Nifty, bank index, all of them were up between 0.5% to 0.6%. So from that high, there has been a bit of a cool-off. But nonetheless, let's talk about the movers and shakers on the large-cap screen first. So Grasim is in pole position, actually. Very rare that we see Grasim as the top Nifty mover. But there it is, number one on the charts. Then you have Bajaj Finserv and Bajaj Auto, two stocks from the diverse Bajaj stables that have done well today. There's been, in banking, there's been, a mixed trend. So ICICI Bank, for instance, doing really well. But as usual, HDFC Bank struggling. It's ending slightly negative. And IndusInd Bank also is down about 0.5%. So Kotak, by the way, also down about 0.25%. So barring ICICI, not much headway for a lot of other private sector banking names. Then you have some of the pharma guys that have done well today. Sun Pharma up and about. And Cipla, last I checked, was still managing a little bit of gain. Yeah, Cipla is still up about 2%. So then Reliance, of course. Reliance helping the bulls cause, as do a couple of the FMCG names like you have ITC. You also have Titan from the consumer pack. That did well. Tata Consumer was up and about as well. So those are some of the stocks on the gaining side of the Nifty.
Well, we had a lot of mid-caps that moved in step with the large caps in terms of the index move, but a lot more stocks gaining than the number of stocks advancing. So that was firmly in favor of the bulls. Among the top gainers today, we had Rain Industries up around 9%, Dixon Tech, perhaps more smartphone business coming their way. Those were the reports as they indicated, up 7%. We saw a decent move on Delta Corp as well from the lows. And names like Oil India and all these energy stocks continue to do well. On the obverse side, we had HDFC AMC down closer to 4%. Z continues to decline, so down about 3% today as well. And some profit taking in a couple of these PSU banks like Union Bank and Canara Bank. But a bigger move was reserved for the small and mid non-FNO stocks. We had big names like, what are the big moves in names like Arvind Smart Spaces. We had JBM Auto, Force Motors, Inox Wind, all of them up in high single to perhaps low double digits.
Well, absolutely. But a lot of losers as well. So it was actually a pretty vibrant screen with enough in the red as well. Sula, for example, ended about 8% lower. There was, of course, we were just discussing Coal India. HDFC AMC sold off about 4.5%. Prestige was down 3.5%. Inox India was down 4%. Home First sold off 6%. Motilal Oswal down 4%. RateGain down 4%. Genus Power down 4%. So it's not one way like it was looking in the morning. So on my screen, some 15 on the NSE, 1,500 stocks were higher and 1,000 stocks were lower. So two-way price action by the end of it. And the Nifty actually ending just under the previous all-time high, which is about 22,126 point something. So just under that is where the close is. So some 60-point cool-off is what we saw in the last hour on the Nifty. It's a wrap on this edition of Closing Bell from all of us here. Thank you for joining us. But stay with us because we'll pick up on all the action on markets forward in just a bit.